Last of Us is commonly known as one of the greatest video games of all time. I heard about the making of the show and I couldn't help but be intrigued, especially coming from a guy who hasn't even pressed start on the game. I bought the first one many years ago but never put the disc in my PS4 to try it out. Why haven't you may ask? Because I am terrified of anything scary. I don't like jump scares and pushed off the game due to this fear. I admit that I'm disappointed in myself because I missed out on an incredible storyline. Although I delayed gameplay for all these years, I still was super excited for the television show. To engage the game's creator, the showrunner of the critically acclaimed Chernobyl, along with the production quality expected of an HBO series, I couldn't help but wonder if this could be the greatest video game adaptation of all time. Now that it's a week past the finale and have let it all sink in, I think this show rocks. Do I have the authority to say it's a perfect adaptation without playing the game? No. But regardless, it is a perfect season 1. Rather than a traditional virus, The Last of Us introduces a zombie plague caused by cordyceps. Using a chilling prologue set in 1968, the viewer is introduced to the unique virus concept by a renowned epidemiologist who accurately summarizes how fungi has the power to possess minds, which allows it to reproduce. But human bodies were not an ideal host due to human body temperature. But if the world were to get slightly warmer, then maybe the fungi just might find the human an acceptable host. And unlike viruses, there would be no treatments, no vaccines, no preventative measures, no cures. The kind of characters in The Last of Us are all classic dystopian essentials. Pedro Pascal's survivalist father is placed next to rebels fighting the shadowy powers that be. Merle Dandridge plays the Firefly's leader, Marlene, with grit. There's chatter about the young girl Ellie who has some kind of ability that may hold the key to a cure. The material is simply written, which lends strength and conviction to the story, elevating it over the usual end-of-the-world series. The action takes a backseat to more human angles involving Joel's lingering trauma over losing his daughter and his ongoing search for his brother. Pascal gives the character a certain ruggedness, but also the despondent haze of someone close to losing all hope. Ellie is herself a fascinating mystery. Who is she? Where does she come from? With obvious mistrust towards adults and inherent rebelliousness, she curses her way through her fears. The viewer takes the dangerous journey with Ellie and Joel and gets to watch them both emotionally unfold. We also get to witness how brutal Ellie can be when pushed to the edge. Bella Ramsey plays her brilliantly with a touch of sarcasm and bravery. Surrounding environments feature the expected roaming troops, some of whom like to buy drugs or barter with Joel. Such material is written with more patience and setup. The game's story was always good, but without Ramsey or Pascal, we could have just watched a walkthrough of the video game. Instead, we needed humanity, fear, and even the reminder that in the darkest times, hope can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places. And though it's hard to say HBO's Last of Us is adding anything new to a genre that has already given us 57 seasons of The Walking Dead and various spin-offs, that doesn't make this story any less intriguing or worth telling. If anything, I thought The Last of Us was way more down-to-earth, character-driven, and surprisingly less infected than I assumed it would be. That would of course be a downside to the season. Not enough clickers, critics have exclaimed, but I am happy with it. Before I end, I want to talk about episode 3. The Bill and Frank episode. The episode that broke me and a majority of the world watching. This is a time capsule episode that introduces us to Frank, played by Murray Bartlett, and Bill, played by Nick Offerman. While the story may be framed as part of Ellie and Joel's journey, Bartlett and Offerman steal the show as a couple that's just trying to survive. It is a beautiful love story, and that is perfectly told in just one episode. We don't need an entire series, just an hour to feel the enormous amount of love these characters feel for each other and the weight of their final decision to leave this world together. I loved it, and it may be in my personal top 10 favorite episodes of all time. Well written and heart-wrenching, it was that good. And at the end of the day, did The Last of Us stick the landing? Yes, and then some. The season finale capped off a consistently great season. It could be one of the best first seasons ever for television. HBO, Craig Mazin, and Neil Druckmann deserve to get their flowers for delivering a unique adaptation, one that stayed true to its source material, but also lasered in on outdated or underdeveloped aspects with surgical precision to turn a great story into an even greater one. Maybe, just maybe, I'll press start on that game.
It might not be her father, but you were someone's.
You trust me?
Tune in every Friday for new movie videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what other movies you would like me to do videos on. Thank you, Mom, for editing the scripts for my movie essays. I appreciate you. Till next time, thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.